Hello YouTube viewers, welcome back to the shop. I'm John with Big Chief Leatherworks, and I haven't made a video in a while because mostly I've been rearranging everything in here in the secret shop slash garage. And I've been putting a lot of time into learning this. Unfortunately, my monitor is not working with the laser because I can't get I can't see the bottom. Basically, the resolution isn't enough that I can that the graphics line up. So and I know that seems odd, but I'm not using Windows, I'm using Linux, so there was a problem with that. So I'm going to try and get a bigger monitor and see if that will solve my issue, because it's already at the limit of its resolution. This weekend is the Heart of Texas Leather Show, and I know a lot of people went to that here in Texas, and I myself was planning to go to the Heart of Texas Leather Show, but the fact of the matter is I got too much work to do. I'm not established enough, and it wouldn't benefit me like it would benefit some more established people. I'm sorry I didn't go because I'm missing out meeting some of my leather heroes. I know Austin from Attack Line Leather was going to be there. I would have liked to have met him. Don Gonzalez, of course, I would have liked to have met him. And Chuck from, I always want to call Chuck Yeager, and I know that's not his last name. It's something else. But Chuck from Weaver Leather, who does that weekly live stream, that guy's just an amazing person. He does a really good job. If you haven't checked out Weaver Leather's weekly show, then you probably should. But this week I'm getting product lined up. I'm trying to organize. Yeah, look at all that. That is a ton of leather that I absolutely have to turn into product this week. So that's what's going on. I got a couple of wallet orders I haven't filled, and they're already a week old, and so I got to get hot on that. I had made these buck sheaths before, and I really like making them. When on my Etsy shop, people are always looking for a sheath for a buck 110. And I'm going to let me roll that in, what a buck 110 is, so you'll see what I'm talking about. So that right there is a buck 110. It is an extremely popular folding knife, lock back folding knife. And this is a sheath I had made for it, a pattern, and started to cut a couple of these out, but never finished. I think I cut about 6 of them out. So now somebody requested one with a Texas flag. Now I thought they were talking about the Texas flag, so I made a couple like this, and then they saw it and said, oh no, I was talking about the state of Texas painted as a flag. And so I quickly adjusted and made a couple of these, and I'm liking how they're going to turn out. We'll see when I get them all stitched up. But that brings me to my next thing I wanted to talk about. At what point does something become not handmade? At what point does something become machine made? And even if I engrave on the leather with this machine prior to putting the pieces together, is that still handmade? I I see a lot of makers, a lot of leather workers who claim handmade. And if you watch their videos, they're skiving on a machine, they're using pre-cut dies on a press to cut everything out. So everything is exactly the same. There's no imperfection. It looks, everything looks perfect. Each single one. If you got 100 pieces of product from that person, they would each be the same. Now, when you get that big and when you're putting out product and making a good living at that, I do not begrudge those people from using a machine. If you've ever sat down and cut 100 of these things, then you understand that's a full day of work just in the cutting, and it can get tedious and repetitive. And for a lot of people, if they make a mistake, then depending on what they're working on, that just can ruin a large piece of leather. That leather is an investment, and an investment that has to pay off for you if you're doing leather full time. It's just my opinion, but use the label made in whatever state you're in, or made in America, made in the Republic of Texas. That's my favorite. It's just my opinion that if you're cutting by machine, skiving by machine, sewing by machine, and dyeing by machine, that's not really handmade. With these are hand painted. There's going to be some variation in how the stamp goes and how the leather goes. Oh, and by the way, if you're hanging the flag of Texas vertically, the white goes on the left. All right, so this is what I'm working on. I should have these up in my Etsy shop. Take care, y'all.